Alright guys, welcome to the round 14 review. We scored 1748 this week, so pretty average score, nothing too special. Round 14 rank of 3,642, so below average, so not in the top 1,000, which isn't great, but we only fielded 18 players this week, so I'm happy with that score considering we fielded 18. And we copped a couple of really low scores, so I'll definitely take that. So we slid about 3 spots, so we're like ranked 12th now, which is fine. Team value is a bit of a concern. It isn't going up too much in the last couple of weeks, so it is slowing down significantly. But looking to change that this week, as we'll be bringing in some rookies that have low break evens, and hopefully we'll start my cash generation flowing again. But in terms of trades that we made, we brought in Langford, Whitfield, Bramble, and Neil for Jordan, Burns, Rao, and Poulter. We traded out those four because they were all sort of maxed out in price, exceptions for Poulter, but yeah, they were all sort of maxed out in price and had a high break even, so we decided to trade them. It was the right time, and we brought in Langford, Whitfield, Bramble, and Neil, like I said. Bramble, we just needed a 170k rookie that would play. He looked the best out of the lot. Whitfield wasn't in. He was coming off a really poor score, but had a good matchup, and we know what he can do, so we brought him in. He's still a bit underpriced, I think. And Langford is really cheap, so we brought him in. And then Neil, we couldn't really get to anyone else because of the salary cap that we had, so we had to bring in Lucky Neil. But those are the trades. In the end, they panned out pretty well, so I'm really happy with how they went. In terms of my team, Aaron Hall, we captained him this week. Didn't go as to plan, but I know a lot of coaches captained Merritt and Parrish, and they also failed to score, so I guess we weren't too behind in terms of captaincy points, but it would have been nice if Aaron Hall could have gone a bit bigger. I pictured him to be 100 to 150, but yeah, first score under 100. Did Luke McDonald affect him? I'm not too sure. And then Lockie Whitfield, 119. Can't really comment much on this score. I didn't watch the Carlton Giants game, but yeah, great score from him. Great score on debut. Definitely take that. Doherty, 91. I looked at the end of the fourth quarter, and he was the second highest scorer for Carlton, so it's a really good effort from him to score 91 on a poor day for Carlton, so I'll definitely take that. Tom Stewart gets my +3 this week, 121. Was taking heaps of intercept marks, looked really good, and a good consistent four-quarter effort from him. Nick Hind, 79. I don't think he's a top 6 defender or forward this year, so we'll probably have to offload him some point in the season. But I think he's a safe 70 each week, so he'll probably be one of the last players we look to offload. And then Kosicki, 66. That's a pretty solid score from him, so I'll definitely take that. Mills, Highmore, they both had their bye. And then going into the midfield, McRae is uber consistent, 105. Nothing too special from him this week. Taranto, 145. I know a couple coaches put the VC on him or even captained him, and it paid off pretty well. We never really considered it, so I'm not too upset going Hall over Taranto because it never crossed our minds, so that's fine. But Taranto's been great this year, definitely top 8 mid. Zach Merritt, a bit unders from his usual, but it's fine. And then Walsh gets my -3 this week. Like I said, didn't watch the game, so can't comment much, but I'm assuming he copped a tag, because 55 from a premium is terrible, and there's no way a premium does that on a regular game, so I'm not too sure whether he copped the tag, but I'm hoping he did, and hoping he bounces back this week. Tom Mitchell, 134, good stuff from him, really good. Lockie Neal, 111 on debut. Really happy with that score. He's still a great target this week, really well underpriced, although I don't think he's going to be averaging 100 for the rest of the season. I think he's more of the 95 type of player. I say this because he doesn't look to be involved in any of those +6 changes that the Lions go through at halfback. You know, he's just more of that ground ball, contested ball player that gets the ball, and he tackles as well. But yeah, I don't think he's much of a marking player, but we'll have to wait and see. I think he's definitely capable of averaging 110 plus, but he needs to be involved a bit more in those +6 changes. And then Newcomb and Bramble, they were pretty poor, so not too sure whether they hold. Newcomb probably has a bit of better job security than Bramble, but we'll have to wait and see. Rux didn't play, and then forward line was solid this week. Kelly, 102, stock standard stuff from him. Jack Siebel finally dished out a big score for us, which was nice, a 124. So he's been off the last couple of weeks, but he's finally gone and dashed out a really good score, so I'm taking that. Langford, 85, playing on ball, at the wing, and up forward, so he's rotating between those 3 spots. What I really like about Kyle Langford is he's a really well-rounded player. So he marks, he tackles, and he gets a lot of the ball. Although his position may not be consistent and he's playing up forward and on the wing, I think he's a really good pickup still, under 700k. I know he only scored at 85, but still a great option if you're looking for a forward that's cheap. And yeah, his time on ground is always high, so they barely take him off. So I think he played about 90% time on ground this week, which is really good. Robertson, 57, not great, but I'll take it. So his cash generation is going to be starting to slow down now. I think he's got like a break even of 60, so I'm not sure if he hits that. But his last quarter was promising, so he should hold. And then Brockman, Lazaro, Armatry, McRae, Bianco all didn't play. So looking at my team, it was really hard to field 18 this week. We had to scramble with our trades, and we just got to 18. So it would have been nice if we had 19 or 20. Could have boosted our score a bit, but I'll definitely take it in the end. Great score considering we only had 18. In terms of the trades that we're making this week, I'm not looking to go to anything too exciting. We're going to be trading out Brockman and Lazaro for Edwards and Foley. Both Edwards and Foley have a really low break even. Their point scoring ability is there, and I think their job security is alright at the moment. Edwards probably a bit worse than Foley, although if one of them have a bad game, you never know, they could be out. So they're both pretty risky players, but they both have really low break evens, I think in the negatives, and they should make a heap of cash over the next couple of weeks if they can hold. So I think that's what we're going to be doing this week. In terms of captaincy, I like Taranto and McRae as VC and captain, although I realise we don't have anyone to loop for Taranto, so we're probably going to have to go Aaron Hall in the VC and then captain Finlay McRae if Hall has a good game. If not, we'll captain McRae, so that's that. It would be nice to captain VC Taranto and then captain into McRae, although we don't have any rookies that won't play, so we sort of have to go Aaron Hall VC and then McRae captain, but I would like Taranto as the VC. In terms of structure, we've got 3 rookies left, so 1, 2, and 3. And I'm looking to move one on next week, so we'll do an upgrade next week, and then hopefully the following weeks we can keep on doing some upgrades. But I'm really happy with these trades. I think it's good for my cash generation, and it'll help my team in the future. So hopefully Ned Reeves gets a gig this week, and Bianco holds a spot, so they can both make a bit more coin, so we can offload them throughout the season. But that's how our team's shaping out at the moment. In terms of a couple of trade targets, I think it's the time of year where you're looking to bring in premium midfielders and forwards. And I've listed a couple here. You don't want to be chasing mid prices because you don't know what they're going to be scoring like, and they are mid prices. So looking for premium midfielders, I like Miller as a really good option, as well as Parrish, Bont, Lyons, Steels, Wines, and Keys. I think they're all really good options, especially in terms of consistency. I think they all should be really consistent scorers. Out of the lot, I would recommend Bont number 1, Parrish number 2, Miller number 3. And Wines has also been good, so there's a lot of options to consider. You might want to look at their run coming up to determine who you pick up, but I like all of these as unique options. In terms of defence, a bit of an underpriced player, Chris Mayne. He's been taking kickouts for Collingwood, so I really like the looks of him. Hasn't gone under 90 for the last 5 weeks, so he's looking really good. Lockie Hunter and Martin are also under 700k, and they're both good value forward options, so they're definitely players to consider. But if you don't have players like Whitfield, Mills, Laird, players that have come off their bye, like Mills, Laird, Lloyd even, players that you think will score really well, probably look to target them over these guys. But yeah, there's a lot of players to target this week. There's just a couple that I've listed. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any comments, make sure to comment them down below. And I'll see you guys next week.